To applaud The Final Girl as a feminist development, as some reviews of Aliens have done with Ripley, is, in light of her figurative meaning, a particularly grotesque expression of wishful thinking. That's Carol J. Clover, author of Men, Women, and Chainsaws. This is the book that popularized the term the final girl. Now, what a final girl is as follows. The last known survivor at the end of a horror movie after all the jocks and the whores have been killed off. That's it. Slashers have always been my thing. We all have a thing. You know, some people have rom-coms, some have historical fiction, and my thing is giant men in mass killing innocent teenagers. Totally chill, totally normal. So eventually, when I finally decided I needed to buckle down and actually write a full-length play rather than keep on saying I'm a playwright and only write 10 minutes, I knew I should just go back to what is my thing. And to be honest, there's not a lot of theater around slashers in general. So after sitting down with Men, Women, and Chainsaws 2 years later, I had a play. It's Been 10 Years Since Everyone Died is a queer-focused thriller following 3 final girls as they not only deal with their unresolved trauma at a therapy retreat, but their own feelings on life, love, and witnessing a real-life horror movie that have stayed dormant for 10 years. Hi, I'm Cesario Tirado-Ortiz. I'm a playwright and producer, and this is the Kickstarter for Final Girl Play. Like I said, I have basically been working on this show nonstop for the past 2 years, having done a reading and a workshop, all self-funded through my job as a barista, meaning that we had no budget and everything was done for $0. So when we got the opportunity to be able to do a full production, blood, guts, and all at the Tank NYC, we jumped at the opportunity. There's just, one thing. It takes a lot of money to put on some cheap theater. See, the great thing about the Tank is that you do not have to pay to be able to put on a show there, but as we all know, you still need to pay your people involved. If we want to be able to put on this show, we need a budget. Primarily, that budget will go on to pay everyone involved, including the director, stage manager, intimacy coordinator, fight choreographer, sets, lights, props, projections, costumes, fake blood, lots and lots of fake blood. You get the gist. In this era of scrappy indie theater, paying your people a decent wage is literally the least you can do. I made a personal vow that once we start funding this show, I am not going to take a single penny as a producer until everyone has a budget. At the end of the day, I'm a union man. So, outside of being able to see a really cool horror slasher play, what does that get you? I'm glad you asked, person watching this video. If you click below, you'll see we're doctoring up some pretty cool perks if you support our show. Ranging from a simple shout out in the playbill to Final Girl trading cards drawn and designed by yours truly. I'm a multi-hyphenate. Or you can even get opening night tickets, including a little drink on the side. We're classy here. Alongside that, we'll also be doing live streams throughout the entirety of the Kickstarter so that you can get to know us and the show a little better.
10 years ago was the worst night of my life. Tonight was the close second. I lost maybe the only 2 people who were left in the world that understood what I went through.
In Men, Women, and Chainsaws, the argument really boils down to this. The final girl is not a feminist trope. I don't really disprove that in this show because that's essentially what a trope is. It's a sketch of a character, not a full thing. That's why we use tropes in everything. So, if you want to see a sketch become a full painting and see some really interesting characters and fund really cool indie theater, I hope you will. And you might get scared along the way.